Good. All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the November 13th, 2023 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise and join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board this year. To my left is Vice President, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill. To my right is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, our Administrator Tracy Davies, our Deputy Administrators Don Houston, Eric Hostetler, and our clerks Brandy Wilson and Jennifer Walraven. We can begin.
Resolution number 23-965, in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held November 9th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 23-965. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 23-966, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 1109.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 23-966. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-967, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriation for the Veteran Services Office.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Gallagher, Director of the Delaware County Veteran Service Office. This is just a transfer of appropriation at the end of the year to where we move money into a location that, we always seem to, outdo ourselves every year as far as on, where we do financial assistance and, stuff that's within services and charges. So it seems like it's a good thing. So every year it seems like the demand as far as for what we do increases, more and more.
Okay. Discussion, comments, questions? Have a vote, please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 23-967. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Brian, thank you for the breakfast Saturday morning. I thought that went very well attended.
Yeah, it was, Source Point's a great partner with that. Margot does a great job as far as with the parade.
Right.
So, very good events. We're getting better and better. There's still room improvement as far as for, the different events that we're a part of, but I think we're trending in the right direction.
Right. So I want to thank you for all your efforts and the whole team. I know the board does a lot and everybody does a lot.
Yep.
So,
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, Jennifer.
Item number 5, resolution number 23-968, in the matter of approving a cooperative project agreement between Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Berlin and Orange Townships for improvements to Shanahan Road.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. This agreement represents quite a few months' worth of work between our office and Berlin and Orange Townships to come up with a plan to upgrade Shanahan Road. This will widen the road to a 3-lane section as well as do some drainage improvements on that road. And so in essence, what we are proposing here is we will take over this project as a county initiated project. Each township will be reimbursing for towards the cost of the project, and we'll be developing this project over the next 2 years or so. Construction tentatively planned for 2025.
Okay. How did you come up with the cost share?
So that's based on we have a number of developments in the area that will also contribute to this project. The township reimbursements basically cover the rest of the cost.
Okay. The OPWC grant dollars are factored in and expected?
Yeah, so the townships will be submitting for that grant in 2025 towards construction. We do expect this will be a very competitive application because it will be for a number of reasons, but rebuilding a road along a major school corridor, and this should be very competitive.
Yeah, again, Shanahan's a very narrow road with deep drop-offs, so it makes a lot of sense. Why the change in ownership of 3 of those roads, Shanahan, Pyatt, and Hollenbach?
So that goes back to a discussion we've had with both townships. As you've probably heard us say in the past, we have several of our townships that have experienced a tremendous amount of growth. Orange Township, certainly over the last 20 to 30 years. Berlin Township is seeing that very much now. Part of our function as the county is to maintain the major corridors throughout the county, and we feel like that Shanahan Road is one of those corridors that really ought to be a county road. And so state law prescribes that county roads have to connect either to other county roads or to state roads. And so there's no such thing, or shouldn't be any such thing, as a dead-end county road that just stops and intersects at a township road. And so that's the explanation for why the county road would continue on to Old State Road.
Okay, I did not know that. It's interesting. We learn every day. Any other questions, comments? All right, vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-968. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-969, in the matter of approving an owner's agreement for drainage improvements to Slate Ridge Residential Sections 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Slate Ridge Residential is a condominium development located off the Home Road extension in Orange Township. This agreement will cover the construction of the public drainage improvements. Again, this is a condominium development, so there's no public roads involved in this, but the drainage system would be built to public standards and then placed on the county's drainage maintenance program.
Okay, questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-969. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-970, in the matter of accepting the roads and approving recommended speed limits, establishing stop conditions, and releasing the securities for Liberty Grand District,
So moved.
Section 1, Phase A.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
There's a
Sorry.
long list.
Liberty Grand
She
District,
paused.
We're gonna be here 5 minutes while she reads this list.
Liberty Grand District Section 1, Phase B, Liberty Grand District Section 2, Phase A, Liberty Grand District Section 2, Phase B, Liberty Grand Section 3, Liberty Grand District Section 4, Liberty Grand District Section 5, Liberty Grand District Section 6, Phase A, Liberty Grand District Section 6, Phase B, Liberty Grand District Section 7, Liberty Grand District Section 9, Harvest Curve, North Star Goldwell Section 2, Pyatt Preserve Section 1, Phase A, and Pyatt Preserve Section 1, Phase B, Pyatt Reserve Section 2.
So moved.
She beat me to it. Second.
I think you missed one, Jennifer. You need to start
I
over.
might,
Yeah.
I might have.
All right, discussion, please.
Yeah, good job, Jennifer. As you can tell, we've been busy with development. These streets were actually built in 2022. They've been through the developer maintenance period. I won't go through the number of lots because there sure are a lot of them, but these streets have been inspected and ready to go on the public system.
Okay, questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-970. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Before we go to the next one, I got a phone call a couple weeks ago about speed limits through a particular township, and I just thought could you maybe go through the scenario of how someone goes about the process of getting their streets evaluated?
Sure. So there's two different classifications, if you will. Streets within platted subdivisions take somewhat of an expedited approach. Anyone that's concerned about a speed limit in a subdivision, generally speaking, most new subdivisions have a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit. So that can be set based on either the township trustees or your board, which we typically do when we accept new streets. For streets or roads outside of platted subdivisions, that goes through a process overseen by the Ohio Department of Transportation, and it's a prescribed process where basically there's a study done. Our office can do the study and then submit the results to ODOT, but ultimately ODOT makes the final decision. In the case of a township road, we generally ask that residents would contact the Board of Trustees, and then that request from the trustees to our office. We're happy to do the speed limit study if that's what it takes.
Okay. Very well, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
Item number 8, resolution number 23-971, in the matter of approving an owner's agreement for Slate Ridge Emily's Way Extension.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
This is a section of street in the Slate Ridge commercial section. Runs basically parallel to Route 23. This will involve, I don't have the mileage, but it's a short extension of that road for commercial lots.
Okay. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-971. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-972, in the matter of approving the amended ditch maintenance petition and ditch maintenance assessment for Berlin Farms West.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
The number of sections involved in the Berlin Farm West subdivision was revised, and so the petitioner has requested that the assessment be reallocated to those new phases as they've depicted.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-972. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-973, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Just 3 right-of-way utility permits for you today, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Jennifer, vote.
Vote on motion 23-973. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
We're
Thanks,
not
Rob.
expecting our guests from Mid-Ohio Regional Planning until closer to 10 o'clock, so we can move on to administrator reports.
Nothing for me today?
Don? Eric? Okay. Commissioner Lewis?
Yes. I'd like to use my time to pay tribute to a veteran, Ken Cox, who passed away on November 2nd peacefully at his home. And there was a ceremony yesterday in Concord Township at a beautiful older cemetery overlooking the Scioto. Several people were there. And I want to just go through a few of Ken's awards and accomplishments. Ken was awarded the Bronze Star Medal and a Purple Heart for his Army service in Vietnam. He was an active member of Delaware County's Veterans Associations. He served as a Concord Township trustee for 20 years and also as a volunteer firefighter and arson investigator with their fire department, again, for well over, he did those for over 20 years. He was a jack of all trades, a mechanic, retired from the state of Ohio Department of Youth Services. Also a small engine technician. He built farm silos, was a baseball umpire, helped form a girls' summer softball league, which Commissioner Merrill would appreciate especially, and he was a union steward. He loved to tell stories and believed in the power of community service and never met a stranger. He'll be dearly missed by many, and especially by everyone at People in Need, where he devoted hundreds of hours of volunteer service over the past many years, most notably at the annual Holiday Clearinghouse. And after the service was over, as I was leaving, I saw Trustee Joe Garrett. And as it turns out, Joe had talked to Ken, and this is, I believe, after Ken had already completed 20 years of service. And so Joe just mentioned to Ken that he might be interested in running for trustee. And Ken said, well, great, I'm not running again. You can run. And thus, it's, yeah, Joe took his place. So anyway, it was just very, very, very moving. We have so many wonderful veterans, some who have passed on, others who are still with us. So just wanted to pay a tribute to Ken. And that's it.
Great, great, very nice, very well done. Commissioner Merrill?
We're talking about
Some of
veterans,
the
and
Veterans letters from the kids.
so we had Saturday morning, we had the breakfast at 8:30, and attended, Commissioner Benton and I were there. We had the privilege of reading for two of the honorees, and at our table, each table, there was a brief letter from a student, and I picked up the one in front of me and one adjacent to me where there was no one seated, and I'm going to read both of those, and these are two of probably 200, but these are the two that I had access to. Dear veteran, thank you for serving a portion of your lifetime to make us have freedom and risking your life and sacrifices for us. You mean a lot to each and every one of us. You are all deserved to be honored, and you are loved. Sincerely, Lucas, Oak Creek. And the other one, I'm going to read a second. Again, I think it's great that these young people take time to do this, and respect and admire the educators who encourage this. I thank you very much for your service and sacrifice to defend our nation. You have given our country your life, time, energy, and love. You're an honorable person, and thank you does not seem enough. Please remember that you are supported and loved by a grateful nation. You and all veterans deserve to be honored today and every day. Sincerely, Olentangy Orange Middle School, 8th grade student, and I may mispronounce her name. It's Chandra, I believe, Shraddha. These are two of, like I said, a couple of hundred, and thought it'd be appropriate to read those. And then after the breakfast, there was also a ceremony at 11 o'clock out front here, and between those two events and all the other ways we find to honor our vets and the parade that we just had previous Sunday, we cannot find enough ways to say thank you. My family, we've had Marines, Navy, and Army, and no Air Force, but or Coast Guard, but they're all deserving. I think Coast Guard, when they stand up and do the song, there's two people that are Coast Guard members, by far the smallest, but equally as important because of the role they play in protecting our great country. And that's all I have today.
Okay, yeah, again, the Veterans Breakfast Parade, ceremony for Mr. Cox, ceremony up front, again, just great that we recognize our veterans and contributions and sacrifices they make. It's just really neat, especially the young kids being taught to appreciate what the veterans do. I just had a couple other things. We got ODOT. I'm going to go to the ODOT meeting tomorrow to update on the Route 23 corridor. The Fair Board vote is tomorrow. There's a slot in the morning and then a slot in the afternoon, so I'd encourage everyone, if you haven't signed up, you got to sign up to be a member and then vote. Because the Fair Board's very active, a lot going on, a lot getting accomplished, and they really need good board members, so I'd encourage you to vote in that. I've got a DKMM budget meeting tomorrow as well, so I think that's it. Yeah, 10 minutes. What do we have for
We
executive?
do have some needs for executive session for employment and pending or imminent litigation, so we can read that and
What do you
take a
think?
break, or wait.
Take more than
Would
10
you
minutes,
wait?
Eric?
Wait. Recess.
Take more than 10 minutes? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, why don't we
Recess.
recess until 10 o'clock?
Okay.
Since Morpsey, no sign of the Morpsey folks yet.